Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to BTR Films. And we always seem to be starting videos off in the garage recently. This is the same day I posted my most recent video. It's a Monday. Working on the bumper. I got everything completely connected, so now it's fastened here. First, I gotta stand up these bumps and shit, make sure all this shit's off. Come through with the Bondo, make it connected and make it smooth and make it look flush in one part. She was like 60 bucks, yo, for the Bondo, this little sander and the fucking these little pads and shit. But I'm gonna sand it, that shit down, the bumps off of it, and then once this shit's all gone, once this is all done and it's all good, I'm gonna hit it up with the Bondo and I'm gonna basically get everything smoothed out and flushed up, and we should be golden, yo. And then I can fucking sand that down, get it looking good and paint match. All right, for the most part, I got this sanded down as best as I could. Still really can't get these bumps out. I'm gonna need like a stronger piece of sandpaper. Over here is fine. This came out pretty decent. All this is gonna be covered anyway. And the corners, they're fine too. This corner's still a little fucked up, but it's tucked in, so I'm gonna fill this in pretty well and then smoothing it out. So I'm gonna start from that side, to be honest, and then just go. I got this shit already mixed up. I just gotta add some and then start spreading it. All right, so we got this thing completely bondoed together now. I just gotta let it dry, and then I'm gonna sand it through. Thankfully, we finally got the alignment, man. Been too long. This shit handles like beautifully now. It's super smooth. I'm gonna go for a test drive in a little bit. So basically back onto here, we got this shit a lot better now. So it looks a little fucked up, but obviously we're gonna come through and sand this all down so it looks better. But now you don't see the big gaps in it. Right here came out fucking perfect, like really perfect right here. I figured out use less of the blue hardener cream because it makes it harden a lot faster when you use more. This side came out fucking perfect. I mean, it's already smooth, bro. Like, if it came out like this whole thing, it would be like a light sanding and then boom, paint it. So yeah, you can see it bulges a little bit, but once I go through with this, once I go with the sander, sand that bulge out, this edge is not too bad. I just gonna have to sand that, make sure it's really nice. But nah, this shit looking pretty clean, like for sure. This side came out really well too. Just gotta sand it and then make sure it's clean. So I got the flash on just to give y'all a real nice close look at this shit. Like, give y'all a nice side profile. This thing is actually sitting really, really nice. Like, it's actually perfect. Like, this shit looks fucking beautiful, man. Like, it's my first time doing this shit, and it's actually coming out very, very well. This side came out really, really well. So I think that's why it looks super good right there. All right, so we got the first coat semi-done. I kind of ran out of paint, but you guys can see like what I'm talking about. You could kind of see the holes if you look really close, but from afar, you don't see it. And this shit looks really fucking good. Like, once I get this completely one solid color, you guys will be able to tell. I'm also gonna cut these grills out, so I don't care if I paint them. I'm gonna cut them out, and then I'm gonna either leave them out, or I'm gonna, depending on how they look, I'm gonna leave them out, or I'm gonna get a metal meshing, and I'm gonna put that behind there and shit. So this shit's like 100% custom. I wanted to fill this in. I probably should have filled these front holes in too. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm just now thinking about that. But it is what it is. I could always just put a front plate on too. All right, so we got part of the first coat kind of done. It's all right. It's not too bad. I think it matches, to be honest. I won't be able to tell until it's done and it's on the whip and shit. All right, guys, this is a few days later. I just got back from work and shit. I'm gonna show you some shit real quick from the garage. So when we were working on painting the bumper, you guys saw I kept doing coat after coat, and I just kept seeing those spots. I was being a dumbass. I didn't do this shit right at all. I did do a primer. It looks way better now. It's completely primed. So I went over it and I did another 2 to 3 coats of primer. I basically used 3 cans of the actual paint match, and I try to fill in these little gaps and imperfections with the paint match. That's super stupid. Do not do that. You're gonna waste a lot of fucking money. Go the right way, get your primer, prime the whole thing, and then sand and prime again, and then go for it. There'll be some imperfections. This little spot right here I wasn't able to get out. That's from the sealer I used. Same right here, I couldn't get it out. Every time I sand it, it'd become like rubbery and it would spread. It kind of fucking messed up. That's why I tried really hard not to get out on the front side. Right here looks fucking perfect. Like, that shit looks fucking perfect right there, yo. So this thing is basically done. I'm gonna do another coat of the primer just to get up these little spots that you see very like, it's very like, not really noticeable, but you can still see them. Like these imperfection spots right here. Try to bring it in the light a little bit. You like that? So I got this can right here. Oh well, now this is the clear glosser I needed. I also got the actual paint match for the car, and this is the primer. So I'm gonna do one more coat of the primer, and then try to touch up these top sides. This doesn't have to be too perfect. Like you see this flake shit. It's gonna be like that, but I'm gonna get a grill and cover this so you're not gonna see that, so it won't really matter. So yeah, I'm gonna go hit this bitch with another coat. Show these little like flaky pieces are off, out of the way. All right, so we got the bottom coat done. Looking way cleaner, way better. Everything's matching. You do see the gap that's gonna be there, but like I said, I'm gonna get a piece of ABS plastic. I think that's what it's called, plexiglass, and I'm gonna cover the bottom of this and make my own like splitter type thing. There's still gonna be some imperfections. This is like just body work, that's why it looks like that. So I'm gonna just sit for about 30 minutes, come out, do another coat. All right, so we completely done with the primer. This shit is super fucking bright white. It looks decent already, but obviously we gotta get it paint matched because this is just, it looks plain as hell. It just looks like matte white. Also, you could really see like all the imperfections. I'm hoping when you see the glosser or the main, like the actual paint color, it looks really good and that kind of distracts you from the mess ups. Because this is what I'm telling you, like this is pretty bad. I could have fixed it, but to be honest, one, I ran out of Bondo. Two, I already spent total about $200 on this, including the paint, but obviously I'm including the 3 cans that I wasted, which was my fault. I should have primed this completely again after I finished the Bondo and sanding. I did prime it, but then I went back and did more sanding because there's some other stuff I ended up noticing. But again, I should have, like, you know what I'm saying, I should have hit it up like this, like really well like this. All right, so we got the first coat on, and it's honestly on the camera, it's looking pretty decent. I only used about a quarter of the can too, so, or about a third, so that's pretty good. It looks a little matte because there's no glosser on it, but it does look shiny already. Anyway, I'm gonna chill, let this dry. I've been working on the plenum too. This shit, I got it pretty well for the most part with what I've been using. So yeah, it's not bad. Definitely gonna take off the throttle body, clean that up because it's like really nasty, but I'm gonna have to use something else to clean it up with. I'm gonna have to get like a Dremel so I can get these inside parts and shit. But for the most part, this bitch, it's not too bad right now. It's coming along. But I definitely want to open this bitch up and port it. So, all right, guys. So we're completely done with all of our paint match coats. All I gotta do now is let this cure, and then I'm gonna hit it with the protective glosser. Cleaning up on this a little bit. This is actually the engine one, which I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not, bro. This is supposed to work on metal, but it also says valve covers and shit, and some valve covers are plastic, so there's a possibility it would work. I don't know. I hope so. It's only one way to find out. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too sure how many coats of the glosser you're supposed to use. I did 2 coats already. I still got about a third of the can left, maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna do like maybe 2 more coats. I still gotta flip it up and do the bottom, so I'll probably do the bottom coat, another bottom coat, and then 1 whole more coat on the entire thing. So I total of 3 coats all around. This shit definitely looks good. I just gotta let it dry and then see how it comes out afterwards and put it on the car, and hopefully this shit looks the same color. All right, so for the most part, we're pretty much done. I try to get this poked out as much as possible. It's not gonna look exactly the same because this side is 1. My driveway is a little slanted, so this does look lower. 2, that's not broken. This side's broken, so this side sticks out actually farther than that side. Another thing, the paint isn't exactly the same just because this is like so much more glossier than this, because like obviously it's fucking professionally done. So I'm not gonna mess with this anymore. I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm not even tripping. Also, I put these some new hardware, silver hardware, clean to match what I got in there. I'm also gonna get the same hardware that I got for this. I'm gonna get for my throttle body. When I do the other one that y'all see me working on, I'm gonna probably use that one, depending on which one's in better condition. I think this one really is, so I might just take this out, port it, or I might just get a whole new throttle body when I get a throttle body spacer, because I got a gasket too, and then put all that shit on there when I get my new manifold and shit. Not new manifold, when I put the chrome one on there and shit. I'll definitely reuse the gaskets because these are good. At least the top one, because I modified it, and the bottom one I'll definitely get a new one. And then I'm gonna do my valve covers and the valve cover gaskets at the same time. I'm gonna get some blue aluminum ones. definitely just keep moving up. Definitely want to get a different one because obviously I don't want a bunch of different colors in here, so I want to get this red out of here for sure. If I do go with the blue, I'll probably try to find a yellow one of these, a yellow, silver, blue one if they got, so it matches and shit. So once it's dropped, you can tell what I'm like talking about, how much shinier this is than that, but the color is the same. And this shit actually looks clean. Yo, this shit actually came out a lot cleaner than I expected. It looks really good from afar. I already spent about $200 to make this bumper. All right, guys, so next morning, we got the G completely done. I put the grill on too. This shit actually looks fire with the grill. The only problem is the corner piece is broken, like this top part. Also, I was trying to get this fucking corner popped in, and I fucking broke it, man. I got the corner popped in after I fucking broke it, which really sucks. I could just hold this there and like fucking super glue it, I guess. It fucking sucks. I'm probably head out, go Benzo's way, because he's working on his exhaust with that shit. I fuck with the side view. That shit look fire, bro. It just sucks because you see the gap in between it. I wonder what it looks like on the other side. I'm gonna be way better from this side, bro. Guys, so we got to the homie Benzo's crib a little bit ago. Damn, the whip does look fire for sure. My shit is super hot, so I gotta wrap this shit 100%. The engine's hot too. Like, my coolant is flowing properly. Maybe there's a little bit of air in here because it doesn't get as hot as this does still. I'm definitely gonna get a different thermostat. The low temp thermostat, Mishimoto one, because it should work too, because I'm checking the internals and it's the exact same as the OEM one. The Napa ones are the problem. Never get your thermostat from Napa. For the VQs, this shit does not work. But yeah, so Benzo working on his bumper. We're trying to get that shit sorted out. Not bumper, his exhaust. He's just trying to get it mocked up and shit. We gotta like lift this up, maybe hammer it up a little bit because it's too low. The exhaust is like not meant for this car, so we gotta do some modification to it. But so we gotta try to get this working because he's been working on it for a while. I'm not gonna record too much to try to help him get this done so he can have his whip back, and we can probably go do some shit because there's car meet tonight, so that'd be pretty fire. All right, so me and Benzo ran into a little problem. We ran into a little issue. We can only hammer out the outside. The inside's too hard to hammer in. So I had a little idea, try to jack it up with the hammer in between, and that shit's actually working. It's pushing it up, definitely way more, but it sinks back down. What would really be clutch is some, like a blowtorch, heat this up, so then it got flexible, and then we can fucking push it up, and it would push it up real easy. When he jacks this, you can actually see this going up. All right, so as you guys saw in the last clip, when we were working on the bumper, not the bumper, the trunk piece, we were lifting it up. And when we did it worked, but it would just reset and it would kind of go back down. So we what Benzo got, and we ended up going to AutoZone. One, I bought some McDonald's and shit, but I also bought this for my air intake, bro. I'm gonna wrap this in my air intake because my engine bay is like super fucking hot. One, because I don't got no heat shields on my headers, and also I think there might be a little bit of air in my coolant system still, like a tiny bit, because it is running pretty hot. So I like on the coolant it only stays high, like middle, so it doesn't actually go higher. But the car is like the engine bay is super hot, so I definitely want to fix that and shit. Me and Benzo are gonna work on getting his shit fixed. We're just gonna heat it up, lift it up so it sets and stays, and then it doesn't keep retracting. Hopefully we can hit this car meet and shit that's going on tonight. Go from there and shit. All right, so we got the basically the trunk part heated up, and then we jacked it up. Benzo's just rolling up right now. You can see we got this raised up, especially right here. It's pretty well. It's not that hot no more, so I'm about to drop it actually. Look at that shit, fucking stay, bro. It move.
Oh shit!
Did it even move? Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna work, bro.
Definitely gonna work.
All right, and on another note, so on the G, I ended up, Benzo ended up having one of these extra pipes laying around, so I got this extended lower, so it looks way better now. Come on, like turbo, no, I'm joking. But it's way lower now, so it's definitely not gonna be getting as heat soaked because this shit gets super hot. And then also, I got this exhaust wrap. This shit gets super, super hot, like on the way here. When I really pushing it, I felt it. I kind of burnt my hand a little bit, so it gets that hot. So this will be way better than that reflective tape, I feel like. All right, so it's taking a little while to put this on, but this shit actually looks really fire. Like I got this shit on real nice. Only spot that looks bad is right here. And the map sensor, like really nice, so it looks fucking solid, bro. I really fuck with it, and then obviously you can see right there. But it's what it is. Definitely looks fire though. Definitely gonna help with the heat, and then this help bring in more cold air for sure. Especially when the bumper is off, it definitely help bring in more air 100%. Right, so we got this thing completely finished. I just wasn't able to cover this part. We had a spare piece, but it's not wrapping, to be honest. I can't really get it to tuck into grooves right here like I got it on the backside. That shit looks fire though. I really wish it did cover the whole piece, because then the only pieces that wouldn't be covered is like here and in the back. But nah, shit ain't bad. So I'm gonna leave this be. I'm gonna go help Benzo with his shit. Also, what I was trying to say is now we got these two mods, basically the wrap and then the extension. So I'm gonna be pulling in more colder air, and then also I won't be obviously absorbing so much hot air because this shit is covering this now. So all right, so we officially got everything mocked up, lined up. We got this pushed up. Obviously it's got a bunch of fucking burn marks and shit. That's because the paint, it's quite a bit of them, but that's the main points where we actually heated it up to lift it up. And you can see it's a lot higher. It's higher in the back, lower in the front, which obviously is what we needed. It was like touching in the front and on the sides. So now this thing is completely up. Benzo's got to do his new welds and shit. He's got to re-weld these brackets on into better spots. And I'm gonna chill outside for a little bit. Also, this Benzo dad whip, shit clean as hell. This shit look fire though with this thing, bro, for sure. I can't wait to whip this bitch with the new extension on here and shit. Yo, this should definitely be way better. Okay, you got the exhaust on, completely secure now. Shit look fire. It's definitely sitting way better than it was before. Before it was like really low. Now it's definitely a lot better. This shit's fire. I fuck with it. Probably tuck those in a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Fuck with this shit though. It's clean, bro. It looks so fire with the bumper and shit. While he goes under and tightens all the rest of the bolts up, I'm gonna chill, roll up his shit before we head out. Alright guys, so next day, we ended up getting Benzo's whip finished, did some cruising, did a race and shit. It was pretty fire. I won one, lost one, pretty fire. So I'm gonna end the video here and shit because this shit's super long. I'm gonna get this posted out, and hopefully there'll be no more like working on building shit in the garage. It'll be like doing shit all the time, car meets, fire shit all the time. Definitely some better content on the way for sure. I'm gonna head out and get some breakfast. So I'll talk to y'all next time. This is BTR Films. Deuces.